Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I haven't ate. I just got off of work. If I seem like my energy is a little off, just know it's because of that. I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying that if I don't seem energetic, I'll shut up now. Can you give me a topic for today? Routines. Okay, I think they're really good. Routines are like machines. Like once you build a routine, and I don't necessarily like the word routine. A better word I would, I guess, prefer to use is habits. I feel like once you can make the grooves of a habit, I feel like it just spirals, it multiplies. Like if you can build a habit on, like, for example, and I don't want to seem like I'm like the workout guy, because I'm not that. Like I just derive a lot of value from it, not only from the mental but physical side and just the life side of it. Because bro, like we need to like move the body. Like we evolved being active. We didn't fucking evolve by staying still for a prolonged period of time. Just this inactive way of living, getting in the couch, watching TV or scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or whatever your choice of consumption is in terms of entertainment. Like we weren't designed to do that. And it's funny because I was reading this book called Dopamine by Anna Lemke. She was talking about how the mechanisms that trigger things like dopamine, these are ancient parts of our brains, and these mechanisms were evolved probably from our ancestors grinding wheat and picking berries or hunting food. Like all this stuff, all these like the reward pathways, the reward hits that we get, the pleasure feelings that we receive from things like phones or porn or masturbation. And I'm saying that like everybody does that, but like people have access to that, you know, food, pizza, just whatever there is. We live in a time where we have a mirage of options. And anyways, point being is that back in the day, you had to go ahead and exert yourself in order to receive those rewards. A friend of mine says like you didn't have a pleasure button to go ahead and be like, ooh, pleasure. And that's basically what the media is. That's what social media is. And when I mean social media, I mean Instagram, I mean YouTube. And I don't mean it in the sense that like Instagram itself is bad. I mean, it really depends on what it is, like the content within your media. If the content of your YouTube, I guess, account is mainly just entertainment based stuff, honestly, it also depends, because how often are you using YouTube? Honestly, I don't find any of these things bad, like even if it's entertainment, but it has to be, in my opinion, moderated. You have to have this balanced approach because, and this is what the book says, the more you press the pleasure button, the more it's hard for you to actually derive pleasure from even everyday life activities, you know, because you're so used to just being at this high state that I guess when you come down below baseline. And this is an actual scientific fact. Like this is physically, neurologically a factual statement. I won't be able to like, I guess, give you the nomenclature, which basically means all the science words and like provide that, I guess, scientific evidence and information, because I'm just not that guy. I'm not a computer. I try to understand ideas. I try to understand issues, and I understand that the more you indulge in things that are rewarding and dopaminergic and pleasurable, the more it's hard for you to find pleasure in everyday activities, and actually even the thing that you're indulging in. For example, it could be weed, it could be porn, it could be masturbation, it could be phone. Like the more you indulge in those things, the more you have to invest in order for you to get the high state. And the back end of that is when you're no longer indulging in those things and you're in your regular day life, you're kind of in this dip, you're in this depressed state. And I've definitely felt that. Like I can't function. I really can't function. Like if I indulge in something that's really rewarding, really dopaminergic, I can't. I feel like I decay really quickly. But there's people who can maintain it, I guess, pretty well. Like you wouldn't even be able to tell that they're, you know, on 3 hours of sleep, or they just had, I guess, X amount of drugs and they're still functional. And honestly, for me, it's impressive. I'm not saying that, I guess, it's something that you should be looking up to. For one, again, I'm not telling anybody what to do anything, but I just find it impressive because I can't do that. I just can't. That's some veteran shit. I just can't. But I've definitely felt the back end of how it is when you overly indulge in something. There has to be a balance. That's why I have like these, I call them like the pillars of my being. I have working out, I have meditating, writing, talking to my wife, socializing with people, going outdoors, running, reading, you know, informing myself, learning new things. Like all these things, they're pillars to the thing that makes me like feel good, to make me feel like I have a happy life, like making sure that the vehicle that is me is running good. I'm gonna stop here just because I know know that I can go on forever. Comment down below any topics you guys would be interested in me talking about, or just are interested in general. And yeah, peace. Like and subscribe.